بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
واتقوا يوما لا تجزي نفس عن نفس شيئا ولا يقبل منها شفاعة ولا يؤخذ منها عدل ولا هم ينصرون.
And fear a day when no soul will suffice for another, soul at all, nor will intercession be accepted. From it, nor will compensation be taken. From it, nor will they be aided. Tafseer by Numan Ali Khan.
وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا لَا تَجْزِي نَفْسٌ عَنْ نَفْسٍ شَيْئًا. And be cautious and be careful and be mindful and be fearful of a day. Now, before they were asked to have taqwa only of Allah. You have to understand how this conversation is progressing. They were told, وَإِيَّايَ فَاتَّقُونِي. Have taqwa only and only of me. If you have taqwa only and only of Allah, then there's no purpose of mentioning taqwa of anyone other than Allah, or anything other than Allah. But it is proven that they have no taqwa of Allah. So Allah comes down He brings the standard down for them and says, you don't want to fear me? Fine. You don't want to be careful about me? Fine. Be careful and fearful of a day. وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا لَا تَجْزِي نَفْسٌ عَنْ نَفْسٍ شَيْئًا. The day on which no person will benefit any other person. No person will be able to compensate any other person. No one will come to anybody's aid. Allah is talking about Judgment Day. And this idea is explained in explicit, horrific detail in many places in the Qur'an. That no one will benefit anybody else on Judgment Day. Allah describes a mother dropping her child, forgetting about the one she used to feed. And a mother, it's incredible that Allah mentioned that specific ayah and called her murdi'a, the one who breastfeeds or milk feeds. Why? Because even if she forgot to feed, her body will remind her. She can't forget. She will go through pain until she feeds the child. Even she will forget what she used to feed. The day on which Allah describes, one will forget their spouse, their child, their brother, their father, their mother, their entire tribe. They'll forget all of them. Run away from them. And so Allah in brief here says, no one will compensate anyone else. لا تجزي نفس عن نفس شيئا. Also this alludes to something that Allah has already said. You are selling the ayat of Allah for a small price. You remember that? Now when you sell the ayat, who do you get compensation from? Other people who you sold out for. A day is coming when nobody will be able to compensate you with anything. لا تجزي نفس عن نفس شيئا ولا يقبل منها شفاعة. And no intercession will be accepted. Here, because there's a grammatical subtlety, without getting technical with you folks, I'll just give you the translation part of it. No intercession, and no one who will try to make intercession will be accepted from you. There are two things implied here, and we get those two implications because of the ya. يُقْبَلُ مِنْهَا شَفَاعَةً أَوْسَعْ فِي الْمَعْنَى. If you say تُقْبَلُ مِنْهَا شَفَاعَةً, then it would only be intercession. Intercession, if you don't know, it's a big SAT word. Someone who comes and makes a case for you. Or a case that has been made on your behalf. In other words, they're thinking that their label of being from this chosen nation is enough to be interceded. Oh, you've got the proper ID tag, you can go through. You're alright. So shafa'ah will be no good. And nobody will come on your behalf to make a case either. So, لا يقبل منها شفاعة ولا يؤخذ منها عدل. And no equivalent will be taken. No compensation, or really ransom you can call it. A ransom or bail. No bail will be taken. It will not be accepted at that point. None will be accepted, none will be taken. Taken implies they will try to offer it. They will try to offer some kind of compensation, but none of it counts on Judgment Day. لا يقبل منها عدل. And by the way, what can you offer on Judgment Day? You and I don't come with any wealth before Allah on Judgment Day. So how come people are going to try to offer something in compensation for themselves? Allah lets us know. He says, Allah on that day, people will present their mother, their father, their entire tribe and say, وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ يُنْجِيهِ. He will offer the entire world altogether. You can take them in hell if you like, just let me go. That's who they will try to offer in compensation. In Surah Al-Imran, the next surah, this subject will be opened again. And Allah will say, مِلْءُ الْأَرْضِ ذَهَبًا وَلَوْ افْتَدَى بِهِ. It will not benefit even if you get the weight of the planet Earth in gold, and you were to compensate with that, it wouldn't suffice. So وَلَا يُؤْخَذُ مِنْهَا عَدْلٌ وَلَا هُمْ يُنصَرُونَ. And they are not going to be the ones that are helped. Again, إثبات على غير الفاعل. In other words, they're not going to be the ones who get helped, but there will be others who do get the help of Allah. May Allah include all of us from them.